All right, we got the team back together and
get the band back together.
Just stopped by here so that we could discuss, how things are going at the yard, which are, slow going.
Not bad. Not bad.
So, but we're gonna head over to the yard now, and
Dave.
we're lucky we have a cameraman today. So yeah, we can all be on camera together. So yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, guys.
What a journey. Dave has done a great job getting this all put back together. He's done it on his own, so that's beautiful. Mast looks great. If anybody ever takes a shower in here, I kill him. No shower. This is strictly for...
That's for putting grease fires out on the stove.
Very nice, exactly. That's for putting out the grease fires. We're back at the shop for a quick conference before we head off to the boat yard.
Yeah, so like
A special guest, Peter Mackey from Clearstream Media Group, joining us.
Peace, world.
And doesn't it feel good to be back in the shop? He's got some other projects going here. All right, we got the team back together and
get the band back together.
Just stopped by here so that we could discuss, how things are going at the yard, which are, slow going.
Not bad. Not bad.
So, but we're gonna head over to the yard now, and
Dave.
we're lucky we have a cameraman today. So yeah, we can all be on camera together. So yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, guys.
What a journey.
Yeah, give me a time on this one.
Okay.
I'm dying to know, because I'll bet you $5 that it's going to be over 13 minutes, probably close to 14.
Right.
In the last 4 or 5 hours.
That'd be great. There she is. We've been here for a good long time. It's our slip now. We own it.
Might as well just keep that.
Might as well just skip this slip. That's what my mother would say. Why am I anywhere else? All right, first of the year, 2017. Oh, I see they got polished out, the little things.
I put them on the other day.
Oh, nice.
This needs to be filled and painted, but I prepped it, got it glued back on.
Sweet.
And these
they came out great. Yeah,
they were chrome.
Yeah.
So they polished them down to their bronze, and I put them in with bronze screws this time instead of the stainless. So on these ones here that join the two pieces together, feel your finger in here. Be careful, there's a point in there.
Yeah.
That has to be, I have to get like a Dremel tool or something and cut that off.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You got to get that end out.
That's how they had the old screw. It was just screwed in and cut off. So.
Yeah. And this has got mounted. The roller's finally embedded. Man, there was a moment where I thought it was missing. Because Doug was like, he sent me a picture and he said, "What's wrong with this picture?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And then I looked at it closer. I said, "The roller's gone." And he and I both were like, "Did somebody steal it?" And it was like, oh my God.
No, I'd come down the day before it rained and saturated that with Smith Brothers.
Right.
And then put plastic over it and tied a rope onto this and then tied it back here.
Gosh, it is finally all coming together.
She's looking good right now.
She's looking great. Looking great. Go take a closer look at some of the details. Yeah.
So many compliments. Nice boat. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a labor of love.
Yes. She looks even better under sail. That's what, we still haven't seen her at her finest.
Oh yeah.
Rigged up, sailing, and with everybody with a big smile on their face. Because it's just something special. So, yeah. This is the kind of day you wait for right here. Let's go sail it. Impressions?
She's beautiful. It's magnificent. Oh, well, I love the, I don't know.
What stands out to you?
It's another era. It's another time.
You know, I never noticed how great the scoops were. The air scoops. You know, I never appreciated them as much. And now they're just like re-chromed and polished as much as possible. So, I think the Destes would be very happy. Pino, does your boat look this good? Does Raggio Verde look this good? I challenge you. I want to see pictures of Raggio Verde.
Now, was this trim gold before?
No.
Starting to like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mutual decision to try.
It's in great color. Very nice.
Yeah, I know. We need a little work on that. It's a little sketchy.
What's that?
You know, it's just could be nicer, right?
Could be cleaner.
Could be cleaner. The mast has just undergone a number of coats of varnish. A lot of the hardware is taken off. Dave is now putting it back on. And we're hoping to rig her up next Tuesday, David?
Well, depending on weather.
Yeah. If you had another couple of days of prep or another day of prep?
I'll get a lot done today, but I've got the booms to put all together, so at least probably today and 2 more days probably.
Today and 2
Maybe
more
not
days.
quite that much.
Okay. Now these little clips are all going back into the same holes that were there, or you got some?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All going back in the same place and all getting bedded.
Nice. They probably needed that. They look like they all suffer from a little tiny bit of water damage, but this is the mizzen.
Yep.
This is the actual original mizzen. This spar has never been replaced, so it's unlike the mast, which has been replaced 3 times. And the boom also, unfortunately.
The mainmast came out looking great.
Yeah.
Really looks good.
Yeah. The only problem is he's getting that tape off, right? I mean, check out how they tape things up. Looks like a heat gun's been through here. Is that what they do, or is that just?
I think it's just varnished when they spray.
Oh, they spray this, and well, that makes taking it off probably a lot harder. They just spray right over there. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that doesn't always look like that might be the best thing there. Makes it easier for the sprayer, a little harder for the guy coming behind him. I got to try to do a section for you. Are you going to work on this piece today?
Well, the tape needs to come off eventually.
And eventually, okay, I'm going to give it a shot here in a second.
You can enjoy some of this spot.
Unfortunately, I've got a guest with me, so he's going to make me leave here, but...
No, you don't understand. Guests you put to work.
I should. Yeah, exactly. You want to sail on Susanna?
Yeah.
Here, I need you to help me pick some tape off.
Yeah, just give me a hand just for a little
Just a few minutes of work.
Work?
All right, we're checking out the boom. Peter and I are just stripping the tape off, and this was sprayed. Looks like a couple of coats at least. So they kind of actually oversprayed onto the tape, so it makes tape a little bit harder to get off. Getting a little help from Peter. He's getting out of the office today, away from the computer.
Yeah, this is real man's work. I feel gruff.
The boom looks lovely. We've got the mizzen mast here. Dave is getting things back on, and the new radar mounted nicely. Everything getting put back on here. All the pieces coming back together that were taken off for the varnishing. And then, of course, The main mast. Just received a few coats. Very nice. And take it all the way up to the crown. It's getting ready to go. Looks really good. This piece was redone about 10 years ago and fit onto the new mast 5 years ago. So, looks pretty good. So, here is the broken cleat. All right, that cleat's got to be fixed and replaced. Yeah. That looks so much more solid. Clint, great job. This whole piece, he popped that off. Apparently they didn't build that into the mast. It was an additional piece. That's all laminated and set in. Very nice.
Are you happy with what you saw?
You know, I could spend another 2 hours here.
Sure.
You know, so, but we'll be back on Tuesday.
How about this weather?
We'll be back on Tuesday and we will prep the mast for the final install. We're probably 10 days away.
You be filming yourself?
No, I'm always behind the camera.
Oh.
You're the guest star.
Guest star. All right, well that's it from Ventura on another crappy Southern California day. Stay classy wherever you are.
Another satisfied customer.
The only thing left is the tangs on the mizzen, and then hook those mizzen lower shrouds up. Otherwise, I checked all the cotter pins, everything's bent. Brought a battery down and checked all the lighting today. The spreader lights, steaming light, tricolor all work.
Oh, great.
Well, I always do that before I step
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So
everybody remember that. Did you have to have a special terminal? How do you actually do that?
Well, I have a little set of test leads made up, and I just clip them to the battery and clip them to the wires at the butt of the mast, and
you can see the lights
come on. That saves having to go back up the mast.
Oh my God, no, you don't want to do that.
Light bulb.
Yeah, you do not want to do that. That's for sure. All right. So otherwise, we're not looking for any more parts?
No, I think the only thing we're waiting on is the tangs for the mizzen. I put a new VHF antenna on. The other one got pretty banged up when the mast was being moved around, so I just went ahead and put a new one on.
Thank you.
And they've got the mast sitting on the halyards, so I can't really straighten them out right at the moment.
A lot of stuff to still put back on the boat, like everything. All right, there's our rig right there. In the staging position for next week. Monday or Tuesday, we'll go talk to Dale. Dave has done a great job getting this all put back together. He's done it on his own. So that's beautiful. The mast looks great. All right, we're taking a look at the fitting here.
Yeah, see, here's the boot and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and this allows, with this ID, it allows plenty of room for the radar cable to go down through there, because they didn't have a separate fitting on
But certainly doesn't provide any weather resistance.
Well, no, then what they do is there's wedges in here to keep the spar centered in the collar.
Okay.
And then the boot is what covers all this and keeps it dry.
Okay.
But this OD is too big for the new hole he put for the mizzen.
Okay. So either you have to open up the hole or make a new one of these.
You'll have to, probably easier to make these because there's that huge mast partner underneath there, that big piece of wood he put in.
Yeah. All right, Doug.
So I just hope that Doug planned enough on the size of that hole
to have something.
Well, number one, that we can get wedges in and get the radar cable down through. The radar cable's not that big, but...
Well, let's give him a call right now.
Only that big, so...
We'll call him right now.
Well,
Doug, we got to measure it. Let's go measure it.
Well, once the mast gets stepped...
Yeah.
So I would think he'd just remake these.
Oh, though, yeah, as long as there's room for everything to go through still. I'm sure there is, yeah. All this rigging came out to your satisfaction?
Yeah, all looks great.
All looks good?
Yep. Well, everything's all pinned and cotter pins bent, everything's safety wired.
Gotcha.
And somewhere along the line, there's a little bushing in here, because see, these eyes have a 5/8 hole, and all these tangs are 1/2 inch.
Okay.
So what they did when they built the spars, they put a oil light bushing in there, bushing, to choke it down to 1/2 inch.
Okay.
Well, somewhere along the line, one of them got lost, so you have to have the bushing, because otherwise you have a 1/2 inch pin in a 5/8 hole.
Okay.
Oh, I got to get the rest of this tape off of here, too.
So is the bushing in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the boatyard had one. I didn't have to hunt around too long to get one.
Okay,
the
good.
Boatyard had one, so.
All right.
Okay, let me go down and measure that mizzen hole.
Oh, welcome aboard, everybody. Now we're spending a lot more time on Susanna when she's in the water. Feels so much better. It's the way she's supposed to be.
6 inches in that diameter, and it is just under, just a hair over 5 5/8 in that direction, so it's not a perfect hole. But you can see how thick this is, Charlie?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the deck, it's this whole mast partner section that's under here.
Yeah, yeah,
to cut that out bigger, it'd be a nightmare.
Yes. So as long as it's big enough to handle the mizzen, for sure.
Well, the mizzen and wedges and the radar cable, and it looks like it is. So roughly, it's 6 inches in that, but the minimum is
5 1/2. Let's call it.
The whole size of the hole. That's all I care about, compared to the size of the mizzen.
Sure. Well, so there's the plan. Stepping the mast Tuesday morning.
All right. Well, I have done about as much as I can do for today.
Okay.
I will. I'll see you on Monday. They'll get the tanks painted, and I'll be here Monday. Put those on Monday. We'll double check everything, make sure everything's all ready to go.
What about putting some fuel on board so we can test the heater?
Like I said before, let's wait until the engine mechanic comes and let him.
Well, he said better we get our fuel here, otherwise you have to get it at the fuel dock.
Well, you can have the yard get the fuel, but I don't want to test the heater until the mechanic goes through and make sure all the diesel system is fine.
Okay.
I don't want to try and just run the heater.
Let me go figure out if we can get a mechanic, because Steve Smith isn't available for a couple of more weeks. Vaughn isn't calling us back. So we need to get somebody who can at least get it. Maybe not a perfect Yanmar mechanic, but somebody who can at least start it up and see.
Yeah, well, the Yanmar dealer here in Ventura is Les over at the other boatyard.
Les
Nicky is over at the other boatyard. He's the Ventura Yanmar guy.
Okay, so that's a third guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, the problem with all the mechanics is there's always all so busy, the good ones.
Yeah.
Hard to get them.